Alright guys, and welcome back. Today we're doing another review, and as promised we're looking at the G.I. Joe Hall of Fame Basic Training Grunt. So this figure came out in 1992, and for me it marked an era of not playing with toys but with actually collecting them. So really cool line. The Hall of Fame was my introduction to collecting. On the side here you'll see some instructions on how to remove the clothes. These guys often offered sets of outfits, as you could see here on the back. You got the Arctic Assault mission gear, the Underwater Attack mission gear, the SWAT Assault, and Light Infantry, and it also showed the other four figures in the wave. It's really cool. And putting them on its side, you'll see we get the look at the file card for Grunt. You feel free to pause and read that. One thing to note, looking at the face of the figure, it's not the actual face we got with the figure. What's pictured here is actually the original Duke head that they used in the line, so this was pretty prototype when they created the file card. Again, you can see the year 1992. So I'm gonna go ahead and crack this guy open and give you guys a better look at Grunt from the Hall of Fame. Stay tuned. Okay, so looking at Grunt out of package, really cool figure. I always liked the basic look of the figure. You know, it just came in with a standard equipment, Fritz helmet, the t-shirt, the BDU pants, battle dress uniform pants, and some boots, regular combat boots. Also, which came included with all Hall of Fame G.I. Joes, was their actual dog tags, metal dog tags. And you could actually read the information on there, which was really cool, which is an homage to the 1960s versions of them, which did include dog tags as well. They're a little oversized, but I think it was kind of like Hasbro's seal of approval for them. Give you a 360 look at the figure. Really nice. So remove the helmet, give you guys a better look at the actual head sculpt. So with that, you got this, what they call the Fritz style helmet. Had some nice texture on it, and I had the elastic band to hold it onto his head. And you see Grunt here is portrayed with a nice crew cut, very militaristic looking, and a very good head sculpt too, by the way. One thing I really did appreciate about the Hall of Fame figures is they were actually really well made, extremely durable, and well painted. Had that classic G.I. Joe scar on his face. Very cool. So just overall a really cool head sculpt. And what he came with was the standard body for pretty much the Hall of Fame going forward. Was this muscle body. Pretty good fitness, physique to it. Really good looking body. You know, this is got seamless elbow joints, so you can actually bend the elbows without seeing a big ugly elbow joint. And these are extremely well made. If you're a collector of 1/6 scale currently and you've come across the rubber bodies that are put out by a lot of manufacturers, Hot Toys included, you notice that you always ran the risk with those of splitting and rotting. Well, G.I. Joe back in the early 90s was doing that same technology, but they were using a PVC material, and I've got my collectibles from back in the early 90s, and they're all still in perfect shape. They didn't dry rot, crumble, break, or split. And that's just a testament to how well these guys are made. The articulation wasn't outstanding, but it was pretty decent. So with this guy, you would get full rotation of the arms, swing out, up on a pin and socket, a swivel at the bicep. You got the joint at the elbow, which had a couple of snaps. You could bring it to about 90 degrees. Nothing in the wrist or in the waist, but the legs could go up, down, out, and the knees were also completely seamless too. The leg is all in one piece, just like the arms, and you had knee articulation, which was on those strong ratchets. So not outstanding articulation, but still pretty solid. Really well built figures. Great for collectors, and they were great for kids at the time who played with them. Really nicely done. And then for Grunt, he came with one simple weapon. He came with the M16 with the scope. Really nice detail on this weapon. Sculpted really nicely. Grip detail. Scope is pretty highly detailed. Also had a bayonet on the end of the rifle. There was no moving parts, so this was in an era where removable clips and removable parts was not part of the scene, but still a really nicely sculpted M16, and he had that kind of kung fu grip, so it was no problem for him to hold the weapons. It's pretty cool. This is a line I really enjoyed. I still appreciate it to this day. They're really cool figures, well built, and it was the first introduction for the Real American Hero line of G.I. Joe to get actual 12-inch counterparts, so that you could have a fully posable and customizable figure. You could change the outfits, and it was a lot of fun to collect back in the day, and they still hold up really well till today. They're really solid figures. They look really cool, and again, for me, big nostalgia having them. Just gonna bring in for comparison the newest Grunt figure in my collection, which is the Gentle Giant Grunt, which is a reproduction of the 1980s version of him, blown up into 1/6 scale. Pretty cool seeing these two figures side by side. They stand in scale with each other pretty well, and it's kind of neat to have them in the collection together. So that's it, guys. That's a look at the G.I. Joe Hall of Fame Grunt from 1992. Thanks as always for watching, subscribing, and commenting. Until next time.